Are we recording? Okay, so I want to come at this from a systems level kind of way of thinking. Sustainability seems to be the issue because centralized governance is not sustainable, because whether we call this the United States, for example, a democracy or not, it's actually a republic. And clearly it's not a democracy because of the Electoral College. So let's be honest with the fact that the world's leading democracy is actually a republic. We can come to wise conclusions without the need for adversarial politics, which at the root is based on people thinking that their approach is based in good intentions, and that the others is based in some kind of evil intentions. And that's not, I'm not just saying that. It's quite obvious, really, that people are actually really thinking that way. We need to take a completely different approach to our dialogue. This adversarial approach is inevitably going to be disastrous. It is time for citizens, every one of us in the world, to start to assert their positive influence on the world, on their neighborhoods, on their communities, feel heard, feel like they belong in where they live, that they belong to a community of people who love them, who respect them, who appreciate their participation. What's so disastrous is we seem to lack that appreciation for what one another has to offer in our public discussions. It's my way or the highway kind of thinking. And I think everyone's fed up with it. We recognize that it's out of control now in our political systems and in other areas of life. The only way to have sustainable self-governance of a large population is to have a bottom-up approach. This bottom-up approach is the only way to have sustainability in such a massive system of interaction. Because the bottom-up approach respects from the get-go every individual's point of view. So everyone feels heard because they are directly involved in providing input that will actually make a direct impact, starting with their neighborhood. Now Tom Atlee has written some incredible books. One of them is called Empowering Public Wisdom, a practical vision of citizen-led politics. It's a great book, definitely recommend it. He talks about how collective decision-making can be wise in its conclusions when the proper dynamics are involved in the discussion between people. He talks about citizen deliberative councils as a format for achieving wise outcomes, wise decision-making as a group. These citizen deliberative councils, as he calls them, they're also known in general as wisdom councils in terms of format. He proposes, I add to his proposal by being specific and saying that each neighborhood should consider organizing a collection of individuals from that neighborhood who have the shared common interests of that neighborhood. those neighborhoods, each of them would, through their individual groups, provide their particular group insights directly to municipal and or county government directly. So if you look at it from an individual's point of view, if our state and federal governments began to adopt a technology-based democracy approach, each individual would be given a digital token, so to speak, that is unique to them and changeable. But that unique identifier would associate them with whichever city, county, state, and country they belong to. Now, so each of these individuals, from their own point of view, they would have voting access to city issues that apply to them, the county issues that apply to them specifically, the state ones, and of course the country level decision making. As far as the neighborhoods, it'd be up to the neighborhood to incorporate a new person into their group. And so that kind of bottom-up approach could easily solve the problem of top-down governance simply not being able to keep up with the flow of change. So Tom Atlee's approach deals effectively, I think. It's a great foundation for us to discuss how to improve public discussions and self-governance. The collective decision-making of a group of people will always result in far more wise decisions being made.